Now, specifically, as we look forward and examine public speaking for this class, public speaking is defined as a process of presenting a message to an audience, whether that audience is small or large. Now, there's a few elements of public speaking that separate it from just normal conversation. One is that you have to be more prepared than just regular conversation. Right? So there may be times when you're asked to speak on the spur of the moment, but you're going to usually know in advance if you're going to be expected to give a talk about a specific occasion. So a public speaker, they may spend hours, they may spend days, they may spend weeks preparing, if it's a really big speaking engagement, practicing his or her speech, right? So you have to be more prepared than just normal conversation where you may bump into someone on the street that you haven't seen in a while and you strike up a conversation. The second element of public speaking is that it is more formal than conversation. And that just means that generally the slang that we use, the casual language that we speak with to our friends is not generally the type of language that we're going to use in public speaking. So for this specifically, audience matters. And we're going to talk about audience in the coming days. But who is your audience? Is your audience a group of college students your age? Then yeah, you can probably use more casual language and some slang, and that's going to be okay. But if you're speaking professionally, you definitely want that conversation to be more formal than casual. So that's the second element. The third element is that public speaking requires clearly defined roles for the speaker and the audience. Now, those roles generally remain stable unless the speaker asks or elicits an audience interaction. So what we mean by that is, if you go to a speaking event and you know someone is going to be speaking, generally we're going to remain quiet. We're going to be quiet, we're going to listen, we're going to take notes, we're going to provide eye contact. We are not going to interrupt that speaker unless that speaker asks us for interaction. Maybe they say, by show of hands, raise your hand if you've ever, or has anyone ever experienced this, or would someone like to share their experience? So unless the speaker elicits the interaction from the audience, from us, we have very clear, very stable, defined roles. So those are the three elements that define public speaking, right? It's more prepared than just regular conversation. It's generally more formal, and it does require clearly defined roles for both speaker and audience. So why do we study public speaking, right? The first benefit of studying public speaking is empowerment. Empowerment is that you're going to gain confidence and skills in communicating with others. People who feel empowered are generally people who feel like they have the whole world in their hands, that nothing can hold them back. It's this yes, you can mentality, right? So if you are a good, confident public speaker, you're probably going to feel more empowered. You're going to feel like you are able to be more successful with people around you, both personally and professionally. And that's one of the key goals for this class, is to help you become a more confident, more comfortable, a more empowered public speaker, because it can make huge differences in your life, both personally and professionally. People who are good public speakers experience much better opportunities in those areas. They're more empowered. And the second main benefit of public speaking, practicing and becoming a better public speaker, is employment. You will enhance your career and your leadership opportunities. Employers constantly say, when asked by recruiters what skill sets they're looking for in new hires, in recent college graduates, and they say time and time again, they want people who are good communicators, both good written communicators and both good oral communicators. It matters. If you are a good communicator, you are going to enhance your career and your leadership opportunities. So if you don't want to become a better public speaker to see improvements in your personal life, that's okay. If you don't want to become a better public speaker to become more empowered, to empower yourself and others around you, that's okay. But maybe you just want to become a better public speaker because you want to make a little extra money and you want to be successful. That is important. And that matters too. If all else, do it for the dollar bills, y'all.